Like if you found the video valuable. Dr. Anya Verma had spent the last 5 years orbiting Eos, an icy moon of a gas giant in the Kepler 442 system. It wasn't Earth, but Eos had something Earth had lost long ago: hope. Beneath its frozen crust lay a subsurface ocean, and with it, the promise of life. Her team of 5 was stationed on the research vessel Odyssey 2, circling the moon every 12 hours, lowering robotic probes to melt through the ice and transmit sonar data back up. For 4.5 years, the results were consistent: thermal vents, mineral signatures, and microbial activity, nothing more. Until yesterday, probe A17 had returned to the surface on auto-retrieve mode, and with it, a file titled simply, Singularity. It was audio, not static, not seismic groaning, a patterned sound, rhythmic, almost musical. Anya hadn't slept since. She replayed the audio file in the lab for the 5th time. It started as a low hum, rising steadily into a harmonic resonance. At the 17-second mark, a sharp pitch shift. Then 3 short pulses. Silence. Then it looped again. Dr. Kato Nakamura leaned against the lab door. "You're going to drive yourself mad. This isn't geological," she whispered. "It's deliberate. You think something down there is trying to talk to us?" "I know it is." The rest of the crew was skeptical. Commander Ruiz dismissed it as feedback interference. Linguist Dr. Patel said the pattern was likely coincidental. But Anya was sure, it wasn't a coincidence. The signal was intelligent. She spent hours feeding the pulses into translation algorithms, comparing them to known human languages, Morse code, and even mathematical constants. It didn't match anything, until she ran it through the Fibonacci sequence analyzer. The 3 short pulses aligned with Fibonacci intervals, not just as a number pattern, but as a form of communication. Whoever, or whatever, was beneath the ice understood math, and they were using it to reach out. The next morning, Eos glowed red beneath Odyssey II's orbit. The entire southern hemisphere was shimmering like a beacon. Anya's heart raced. It wasn't natural. It wasn't geothermal. "Commander," she shouted, running to the control deck. "What is it now?" Ruiz muttered, half asleep. "Look at Eos. The ice. It's lighting up, in a pattern." Ruiz turned to the orbital scan. Geothermal imprints were flickering on the surface, forming shapes. Letters. No, not letters. Symbols. Anya zoomed in. Each symbol matched those she'd charted from the pulse pattern. They were responding. It was responding. Within hours, the International Space Command back on Earth scrambled to get a message up. They gave Anya permission to reply. But how? She couldn't just send English. She needed something universal. She recorded a return pulse, using the same pitch pattern, Fibonacci intervals, and even mimicked their harmonic structure. A 30-second reply. Then they waited. 3 hours later, the signal came back. And it contained new data. A diagram. Something resembling a map. No, a set of instructions. "What is this?" Kato whispered, examining the patterns. Anya realized what they were seeing. Coordinates. Not on Eos, but inside Odyssey 2. She froze. The instructions led to the cargo bay. The probe they retrieved, A17, it wasn't just sending signals. It had brought something back. They sprinted to the bay. Probe A17 sat silently, its drill arm frozen in place. Beneath it, an iridescent sphere, smooth as glass, pulsating with faint violet light. "Did this come from the ocean?" Ruiz gasped. Anya nodded. "We didn't find it. It found us." Suddenly, the lights flickered. The sphere pulsed brighter. The crew stared as holographic symbols floated above it, more of the same pulse pattern script. But now, they moved, forming shapes. A biped, then a hand, then Earth. It knew about humanity, and it wasn't alone. Over the next 24 hours, the Odyssey 2 became a relay. Earth scientists joined in deciphering the sphere's output. The beings under Eos Ocean called themselves the Thalkai. They were not native to Eos either. They were refugees, travelers from another star system whose planet had died. They had been under the ice for over 1,000 years, waiting for someone to listen. Now, through the sphere, they offered knowledge, technology, energy systems that defied known physics, a blueprint for quantum entanglement communication, the keys to a new age. But there was a warning. Anya played the final segment of the data. A star system, dying. A massive void, devouring worlds. The Thalkai had escaped at once. Now it was coming for this sector. "We must prepare," she whispered. "They're trying to save us." As Odyssey 2 relayed the final files, the sphere dimmed. A new message flashed. You heard us. Now they will, too. And then it shut down. Silence returned to Eos, but the signal had already reached Earth. And far, far beyond it,